I've been a wife for many years, but I'm still learning. In fact, some of the things I've been preaching to wives, Bible-based wisdom for wives, some of those very things I actually struggle to incorporate. Telling on myself here, keeping it real. One of those things is, well, let's just visit Proverbs. There are several different Proverbs that talk about the quarrelsome wife, as in the nagging wife. One of the Proverbs talks about how the quarrelsome wife is like a drippy roof on a rainy day. Can you imagine how annoying that would be? Drip, 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 until you want to scream. And yet sometimes we're like that with our husbands, in terms of pointing out the things that they're not doing right, or our way, or the right way, or things that they aren't doing that they're supposed to be doing according to us. And we become that quarrelsome, nagging wife. And does a husband really want to be around that constant drip, always pointing out his flaws, what he didn't do actually correctly, like you didn't load the dishwasher that I said that, the way that you should, or you haven't changed your socks in 3 days, or you left your clothes on the floor, or you haven't been playing with the kids enough after work, or blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm annoying myself just listening to that. Sometimes we need to take a step back and say, is this really the hill I want to die on? That's really a military strategy thing. Often that's referenced in a military maneuver, like sometimes the military would take the high ground, this hill, and they would decide, come hell or high water, we're not giving up this hill, we're going to plant our flag here, and nothing's going to move us, no matter the cost, no matter if we all die here, we're gonna stay on this hill. But sometimes that's not really worth it, because you can lose the war, and maybe even, in the analogy, lose your marriage. So what if we were to pick our battles wisely and discern with the Holy Spirit, is this the hill I should die on? Is this really worth me going to the mat on this thing, or being that constant quarrelsome nagging wife? And often when I ask myself that question, even though the thing is maybe annoying, often the answer is no, it's just not worth it. What if I were to save that is this the hill to die on moment for the big stuff where my husband is actually sinning against me? Maybe that's where I need to take a firm stand and let some of the other things go. As in Proverbs 12, it says, fools show their annoyance at once. I don't want to be a fool. How about you? So yes, some of these things might annoy you and me that our husbands do or don't do. But what if I were to evaluate, is this the hill to die on? What if I were to pick my battles wisely and just let some of the other stuff go? It's probably going to be okay, and your husband will be much more drawn to you instead of running away.